Back here on PALS TV, everyone, for your lunchtime segment. Next, we're going to be heading over to Heath, Ohio, and do a little gaming with Gary. We've had a lot of fun on these segments the first 3 weeks. Went through a lot of the basics, then went through some specific games, and he's really taught us a lot when it comes to video games. I know in PALS I've had some powerful moments all together, but even just something so simple as a video game. The gentleman behind me, when I was riding on the vehicle, Kyle, one of my last experiences with him was actually playing video games, and he was a big wrestling fan. So he had me play the wrestling game with him, and it's a memory that'll last forever with me. So love our gaming segment with Gary. He does a fantastic job, and coming to you live from our Heath location, we have Gaming with Gary.
Hello. I am Gary. I'm in Heath, Ohio with PALS, and I'm going to keep doing the same thing with video games that I've been doing over the past couple of weeks. What I would like, though, is moving forward is if you guys would like to see a specific game or whatever the case may be, let me know, and I end up purchasing it or whatever, and you guys can we can review it together. So the game I chose today is a game by Blizzard. It's called Overwatch. It's on the PS4, Xbox One, and the computer. So if you're a traditionalist, you want to play on the PC. But I'm not a big computer guy except for World of Warcraft. But Blizzard has made some really good games, like StarCraft is one of the first games they had, and then Warcraft, and then World of Warcraft, and I mean, they just make really, really solid games. Even when the first Diablo came out, God, it had to be 20 years ago. Like the CG was just so above the rest of the competition or whatever. And one of the things I always tell people is I'm not a graphics person. I'm more of a gaming person. So the graphics can be bad or crappy, but as long as the game is good, I'll enjoy it. But Overwatch, you get really good graphics and just really creative games. So I've played Diablo 2, Diablo 3, StarCraft. I've played, I think, every single game except for the whatever the card game is. I can't remember, Hearth something or whatever, but I haven't played that. But all the games that I've played with Blizzard are just amazing. And there's certain things that I look for in a game. And when most people review, they do graphics, gameplay, replay value, things like that. So every game that I've played of Blizzard, the replay value is just phenomenal. You could literally play World of Warcraft, and I've played it, 10, 12 hours a day for 2 months straight and haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg as far as what you got to do. So so back to the game that I am reviewing is Overwatch for the PS4. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the computer around. If you guys have questions or concerns, go ahead and throw them in the chat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate the computer back and forth. So if I see that you guys have a question, I'll go ahead and answer it. But if you like first-person shooters, Overwatch is a great game. The thing that I do like about it, and I was just talking to Jonah about it, there's, a ridiculous amount of Battlefields, Ghost Recons, Call of Duties, all of these games that just, commercialize and then just continue to make money off of you. Like I said, $60, $70 a pop. And if you buy like the season pass, you're talking like $100 for each game. Like this game right here, I think you can buy right now for $29, $39. And they just continue to update it, include adding new characters, adding new maps, adding new skins, like all the things that, Call of Duty, Battlefield, all those things, all those other companies are doing, just, pulling money from you. So anyhow, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this around, and I'm going to go over some of the gameplay. And again, I'll rotate back and forth. So if you do have questions or concerns, just let me know. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and show you the different characters you have. So right now you have 3 different classes. You have your tank classes and your healer classes. And then you have your DPS, which is damage per second classes, the people who do a majority of the killing. Which all games except for Diablo, the Diablo series, doesn't really have a tank and healer, but like Warcraft and World of Warcraft does have tanks, healers, and DPS. So they do keep to that common theme. So there's several different modes that you can do. So you have your tutorial where you can just go through and kind of get the hang of a character. Like I said, they do put out new characters, or if you want to try out a new character, you can go into the practice range and try their different moves. So we'll go ahead and look at the practice range here, and we can kind of go through some of the different characters. So if you look from left, there's different tanks, and each character has a different ability. So we'll go ahead and start out with Diva, who's actually like I play all these characters pretty well, but so we'll start out with Diva. And so every tank usually has like a high amount of health. So if you look at the bottom left, you'll see that she has 600 health, which is pretty good. And like most first-person shooters, your right and left bumpers are going to be your attack buttons. So she has rocket launchers. Headshots are a thing here, just like most first-person shooters. Diva can also fly. And then what you're really trying to do is you're trying to get that middle thing in the thing in the middle that's going up to, it says 65, 70, 75% right now. You're really trying to get that up as quick as possible, and it gives you the ability for a special move. It's a little laggy. So now we have our little special move, and then we'll go ahead and, so we kind of just throw that in the middle there and kill everybody. So, and then if you look at Diva now, she's not a robot, she's a person. So, and then you hit triangle and you go back into her body, or her robot. So, the one thing that's cool about the practice range, oh man, this is really laggy. You can switch and try out a different character. So let's see, your Echo's a new character. I haven't really played him that much, but let's see here. So even on the practice range, there's someone getting damaged. So this guy's name is Baptiste, and you can go around. He's a healer. So you see these guys are getting shot. You can see how to use your healing move, which is a little right button. And then he has a thing that makes you invincible, which is that. And then your L button, which is which does a heal to everybody in that area. So I don't use Baptiste much. I just not really into him. I like other healers. He also has this jump ability, which is cool. Pretty cool. It gets you out of some pretty bad situations. So we can get this guy up to 100%. Now, I will say that when you do play this, you are playing online. You do run the risk of getting trolls or whatever. So if you're getting your feelings hurt or whatever, I would not play with a mic, because Blizzard does have a lot of trolls. And I have a very common theory about trolls is don't feed them. So if you do play and somebody's being rude or whatever, just don't say anything back to them. It's probably some dude who just is not happy with his life or whatever. So, but you'll play with people who, play a character that you don't agree that they should be playing with, and, or they'll just stand in a corner and shoot, and which is all frustrating because actually I'll show you now. So there's different modes on this. So you can actually get pretty pretty highly ranked. Like I've been in the Diamond and Master range before, and that's all through competitive play. So, and it breaks it down where you can see the different. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. The different tiers or whatever, which is really cool because like there's actually people that play this professionally. There's different teams. I think I can pull that up too. There's a Overwatch League, and I actually have a friend from Paris on the Paris Eternals, so who sent me a shirt, which is kind of cool. But these guys get. I didn't ask how much they're making, but I'm sure it's enough for them to supplement an income or whatever. But you know, it's just kind of cool to watch these two because like they actually play the leagues live, so you can watch them and see different strategies or whatever. So we'll look at the different game modes real quick. So right now is actually a really good time to talk about Overwatch because it's a special event. So all of Blizzard games fall into this, like any type of season or whatever, they grasp that and do something special for it or whatever. So this is the Overwatch anniversary. And then every anniversary or special thing, they come out with new skins or whatever, and then emotes and stuff like that. So basically an emote's a way to troll someone after you kill them if you choose to. But so, and if you look at the right, so there's competitive play at season 22. Now they recently changed this, I think 3 seasons ago, where you can queue up as a tank, a healer, or a DPS. The problem is that if you want to queue up as a DPS, you have to wait 15 minutes, and I can't wait 10 to 15. I can, but I choose not to wait 10 or 15 minutes to play a game or whatever the case may be. So we'll play a competitive match here. I picked a tank or a healer, and as we're searching, I'll turn this back around and see if there's any questions. Let's see here. So I didn't see what Joni Schottenstein had put in there, but if you guys have any questions, so I'm a tank in this, and I usually choose last because I want to see, make sure that's got the screen in there, because I want to see what everybody else chooses. So my code tank is a Roadhog, which is a pretty good self-healing tank. Normally you want somebody that has a shield. Normally I would probably go Orisa on this, but because we have 2 good healers, I'll try Zarya. Now Zarya has 2 moves where she can shield herself for a short period of time, and then you can shield somebody else for a short period of time. If you look on the right-hand side, those are your moves. All of those have a cooldown. I believe it's a 10-second cooldown. So we'll see what they have. You're not locked in on a character when you're playing this. So if I come out here and they have like a Bastion or something like that, I'll probably end up switching characters or whatever. But there's a couple good things about this. So if you, in the middle of my screen, you see that I'm already up to 67 energy. So I'm gonna go jack some people up real quick. I'm at 95. We're going to kill this Reinhardt who just did something really stupid. Hopefully. There we go. So I'm hoping that this, I'm going to die. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Not good. So this is a team sport. Now you see my Roadhogs just kind of standing there, like not doing anything. So what you really got to hope for is you have good DPS, because I've already been at 70% energy for a majority of the time. So we'll see what we got here. I'm gonna probably die again. So sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and so Anna just put me to sleep. Oh, that's not good. So I'm already pretty well charged again. And we have no DPS, so like if you look, I have 2 kills, which is silver. That means that our DPS isn't killing anything, which is really frustrating. That's how you're limited. And when you see somebody playing a Genji and they die a lot, that means that, you know, they're playing a character that's that they're not very good with. I'm probably going to die there. All right, so we're good. We had our guy do his special move, and then our Mercy just finish him off. So you always want to keep in mind like how many people are on there, or how many people are dead. So let me see here real quick. So we're going to probably anyhow, sorry, got distracted there. So I just used my special move with Genji, who actually knew what to do. So he killed their entire team, basically. Now, right now, if you look in the middle of my screen, there's 0. That's not a good thing for Zarya. You want him to be charged up. The way you get charged up is by when you bubble someone, they'll take damage or whatever. So we'll see if we can get some damage here. There we go. It's only 8, but we'll take it. Well, so right now what is happening is that their team is screaming to stop powering up their Zarya, me. So that's probably why I'm not taking as much damage as normal until there. So we'll try to get, if we can get our, there we go. Okay, so I know that there's a Junkrat above me. This is going to kill me. Oh, no. So high noon is not a good thing. That usually kills people. Yeah, I saw it coming. So if you see, like, you can look at the stats. I have 10 eliminations, 6 and objective time. Those are all gold. I'm going to go and switch characters because I feel like that we can do better with somebody else. I play better as Zarya anyhow. So if I honestly, if I'm doing gold eliminations and damage, that means that our team is not very good. So that's not good either. So we'll go ahead and go over here. So they're oh, what do you call it? Lucio keeps playing really aggressive. So, and Lucio's a healer. We really want to try to kill that guy if at all possible. And honestly, like, they're getting no heals from this guy. All right, so yeah, I'm getting destroyed by a healer, which is not good. crap. Anyhow, so yeah, I'm gonna die there. So, and again, if you look, 13 eliminations is gold, and then that's not a good thing. So, especially as like your tank, the Genji, the cowboy guy, and the ninja guy is the one who's supposed to be doing a majority of the eliminations. That is not happening right now. So, and then honestly, because they had a Junkrat, like it just means our DPS is really poor. So normally people stay the same character. Let's see what we should do here. Yeah. Okay. Huh. All right, so we'll go ahead and go with a shield because the other tank went with Diva. So we'll see. I'm not very confident. And actually, if you look at the red team, so everybody has an emblem who has done their placement, so they have a platinum on their team, which is typically a little better. I just did my placements, and normally when you do your placements, you end up in gold or silver, so that's why I'm a gold. But platinum's a step above gold, and then diamond's a step above that, and that's when you get into the master and all the other different types of placements or whatever, or categories. Obviously, the higher the category, the better off you are. So we're going to try to continue to break shields and stuff. Oh, I allowed a So this is working out pretty well. So anyhow, we're doing good though. So their healers all over the place, which is good. Our Mercy did me a pretty solid there. So we're gonna. The problem is they're. They lost somebody too. So that's another thing that happens all the time is people rage quit on this game, which is funny to me. But anyhow, so I did probably rage quit because yeah, he was the Lucio that was going all over the place or whatever. So I'm sure his team was yelling at him to heal. So anyhow, so these games, I think they're typically like run about 10 minutes or whatever. And honestly, like I understand how their team feels because it's really frustrating when somebody rage quits because I mean, honestly, they made it really far, or we didn't make it that far. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get as far as we did or further. And honestly, they probably would have been able to do it if that guy would have stayed. So that's why I always stay, no matter how bad the team seems, because if somebody quits or a connection goes out, you can get a pretty cheap win. Unfortunately, it goes the other way. So if one of our people drops or whatever, regardless of how well I'm doing or how well we're doing, we would lose points. So every time you win a game, you get points to go to a higher level, like the different levels of platinum and stuff like that I was talking about. So that's why I mean, that's the whole point is basically you're trying to go up and from gold to platinum to diamond or whatever. My favorite character in this game is Torbjorn. And now the problem with Torbjorn is a character that people play to troll other people because nobody likes Torbjorn, which blows my mind because, in my opinion, he's the best character on the game. But so as soon as I choose Torbjorn, people automatically assume I'm throwing, which is really sad. It's because people get really irate. But thankfully, I leave my profile unlocked so they can see that I play him often. Actually, I'm and like not to try to be humble about this, but I'm the and Mike, I'm sure you're laughing at that, but I'm one of the only people to actually make it to the master. I am the only person to make it as a master as a Torbjorn, and I'll show you that actually here in a second, where you can see the different levels. So at this, it shows a play of the game, which is their guy, and then you can see how well you're doing and stuff like that. So every time you play a game, you get experience, and each time you get experience, it gives you the ability to open a loot box or whatever. I save those for my son Asher to do, though. So let's see real quick. So we'll go and look at my career profile, and this, I can't remember how long I've been playing this game, but it's been for a minute. So you can look and see what characters you played the most or whatever. And overwhelmingly, I've played Torbjorn, and most people have like a 50% win rating or whatever the case may be. I think you can only do it on competitive modes, but like I have like I think a 65 to 70% win rate with them. Like it's like a 65% win rating, which is really it's unheard of with like in the higher rankings or whatever. So. But anyhow, so I'll go over like the different. So when you level up, you get a loot box. You get, like I said, either a skin or whatever. And there's all kinds of skins, so that it is fun to get like the different things and like that, like the different skins and emotes and stuff. There's different game modes also. Like I play competitive a lot, but there's also other competitive modes. So this is a 8-player free for all. And then this is an 8-player free-for-all on a map called Petra. And then there's a Total Mayhem. So Total Mayhem basically is where you get your special move really, really quick. And then this we'll actually do this. This is how it used to be, how the classic mode is how Overwatch used to be. Now this is just like an exhibition, so it doesn't affect my ranking or whatever the case may be. So this is kind of cool. I'll turn this around real quick, see if there's any questions. Christian, do you have any games that you would like me to review, or anybody else? All right. I'm going to turn this around. Is that Allison? What? There you go. All right. So now the problem with the classic mode is typically you do want to have 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 2 DPS. So sometimes you would get people who would just queue up as DPS because that's all they want to play. And then sometimes you'd end up with no healer or no tank. So right now we have 2 tanks and at least 1 healer. And actually this is a perfect makeup. So we'll probably win this depending on we're missing a healer, so that's okay though. Again, because it's exhibition or whatever, like most people just screw around or whatever. So, but this is really the only chance that I get to play my old character. Also, one of the cool things is when you play competitive enough or whatever, if you make it to a certain level, you get rewarded with the ability to buy like golden guns or whatever. So it's kind of a status thing where if you buy a golden gun, it's supposed to mean you're good at it. Well, that's not good. They just destroyed my turret fairly quickly. So just looking at this makeup, I know that I'm going to do well. I'm going to go down here and kill some people real quick. So I know where my turret is and where it shoots at. So with Torbjorn, for me, it's really easy. Like when you play a map or whatever, because you basically put the map. And there was oh crap! I do not do well against Reapers who's chasing me down right now. So basically, what you're doing is oh, this guy's gonna try to. Sorry. They get salty when Torbjorns do well against them. So anyhow, like this map here is really easy for a Torb. You just put your turret down and you just basically half the map. And normally you'll get tons of kills and stuff like that. So, and they only have, well, they do have one healer. So they have a lot of DPS, so they should be doing better than what they are. We might switch here in a second just to, because I do not, oh, there we go. Oh, no. Oh, man, that was close. So anyhow, so we'll switch here in a second. So, and again, so I can look and see that I have 6 eliminations and like I have gold and everything. So that means the rest of the team is probably not doing that well. This is basically capturing the flag. If you look at the left, the blue team has 43% and the red team has 23%. So she just launched her, Ash just launched her special move. I didn't see who shot me. That was amazing. So, and again, like I'm just sitting here, I'm not even doing anything, getting eliminations and stuff. So, and I got my special move. So here in a second, like we should be able to take back the point fairly easily. But you know, the other thing is this really is a team game. You're only as good as the rest of your team. Oh, that's not good. So there's little health packs around here. I can't believe I missed that. All right, so I'm probably going to have to switch characters. So yeah, so what'll happen is if you're playing well, they'll start targeting you or whatever. All right, so let's see what time it is because I don't want to. I'll stop playing here in 5 minutes. We'll just be here in a second. So McCree's finally doing good. So we know. So yeah. So now we have a very difficult task of. I didn't even see it. I didn't see her. Got carried away. So, but the good news about a Torbjorn is, and I wish the other team saw this. If they played back a little bit further, then we'd be doing a little bit better. But it is what it is. So, and again, like I said, this is just like an exhibition game or whatever. It's nothing too important or anything out of this. The funny thing, oh crap, that's not good. Did put on a special move. I'm like, I'm out. So this is just like oh man, that stinks, man. So I know that I'm going to have the majority of the kills and stuff. But, again, because it's a team game and I want to win. Actually, what time is it? Let's see here. All right, we'll play for 4 more minutes. And that gives us 5 minutes for questions and stuff like that so I can wrap up. So, but, again, I want to stress, if you like first-person shooters and you don't want to buy a Call of Duty or Battlefront every year, then this is good. The thing that is cool about Battlefront is that you can ride in vehicles and stuff like that. It's very like Halo. Like I thought Halo was the first 2 or 3 Halos were really good, and then they did what everybody else did, is they sold out and started producing games versus quality games. So, and that's the reason why Halo started out as this amazing thing, but now it's not. So, and that's good though, because or I don't know if it's good or not, really. Oh man, that guy's going to try to kill me. You know, truthfully, we should believe in. Oh gosh. So we're gonna go down here. I'm gonna sneak up behind all these guys real quick. So, so Blizzard has never put out a bad game, as far as I know. Out of all the games I've ever played, they've never put out a bad game. I'm gonna die. Dang it. So, but I killed them too. So, but Blizzard. So the one thing I do respect about Blizzard also is Diablo 2. I had to be like 99 when it came out, maybe a little earlier than that. And like 2001, they were talking about putting out a Diablo 3. So I waited for Diablo 3 for a ridiculously long time, and they kept not putting it out. And then eventually they did end up putting it out. And again, I think if you guys listen to me, like when it first came out, it was not a good game, but they did improve it immensely. And it just took them, I guess, a really long time. And what they did is versus other companies or whatever, they actually listened to what people wanted, and that's always been the issue as far as. All right, I'm done playing around. I gotta start killing some people. What time is it? Oh, okay. Oh, they already have all right. So that dude just used his special move. So the other thing too is I know that this Widow. So Widow is supposed to be one of the best characters. Everybody plays Widow on League because her overall damage is immense. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, which I hate doing. But so because it's a exhibition, somebody will fill in right away for me, so I'm not that hurt about it. Anyhow, so I don't see where Christian went. Does anybody have any questions? Infamous. Oh, that's a really good game. I can do that. Have you ever seen it played before, Christian? So I'll give you another example for Bungie. So Bungie is the game that did Halo initially. Another game they did. Oh man, it's not Overwatch. Oh man, somebody turn on the lights. Can't sleep in here now. Oh, you own Infamous 1 and 2? Is there any other games that you'd like to see played besides Infamous? Because I'll definitely do it. Let's see here. Man, I want to see the game for Bungie Superhero. I did not know that. Yes, so just have them raise their hand. Oh, well, I just learned something new. Oh, man, I cannot believe I'm shooting a brain fart on this game. And actually, I just learned that I can unmute you, Christian. So I'm going to unmute you real quick.
Go up to.
There we go.
Now you can talk to him.
I was kind of paying to Jonah when he told me I could do that. Sorry. Hey, Christian. I can hear you if you're going to talk. Hi. All right. So what other games do you want to see played? What did you say?
Spider-Man PS4.
Oh, okay. I have that too. Yeah, I can do that. I'll bring that. Say it again.
For my birthday, I got a new phone.
You got a new phone?
Yeah, my old one just screwed up majorly.
Man, I understand how that is. Well, listen, I see some people, some familiar faces on here. I see Crystal Ceiling, so it's maybe she's Spider-Man hanging up there. Oh, there she is. There's Crystal. All right, now listen, smiling over there. So, and Miss Lauren. Well, listen, Caitlin, I see you. Okay, I don't see anybody else. That's all right. Well, listen, I appreciate you guys watching. I think we're about 3 minutes away. So, I'll bring Spider-Man 4 next week if that's okay with you, Christian.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, I'm gonna mute you guys. It looks like I see Aaron and Jonah on there, so I think they're going to take over here in a second.
Great job, Gary, as always. Love your detail when you go into these specific games and what makes them unique, and definitely the programmers and, the ones that have risen the bar with video games, and then the other ones that have just fallen in line with everybody else. So great stuff there, man. Really appreciate it. So it was our noon Gaming with Gary, lunchtime hours here on PALS TV. So come back and join us in about 15 minutes live from downtown Columbus and our friends at Art Outside the Lines. And we'll see you tomorrow, Heath friends.